What's up, guys? It's your girl, Faith Chase, and welcome to the very first episode of What Is It Like? Now, with this episode, what I'm attempting to do is connect people with other people, make people more relatable, put you in situations where you actually can feel what it's like to walk in other people's shoes. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to know what someone's going through, or where they've been, where they've come from, because we can't relate. We've never experienced it ourselves. We don't know anyone that's experienced it. We've never heard anyone talk about it. So sometimes it's hard. And when we're in that type of situation, it's hard for us to sometimes feel the empathy or to be able to sympathize or to show people the love or the support that they need in that particular situation, because we just can't relate. So I'm going to, through this series of What Is It Like, I'm going to cover all kinds of different topics. A lot of them I might have experienced myself, so I'll be able to share that experience with you guys. Some of them may be things that I don't know anything about, that I haven't experienced, so I'll try to find someone else out there who has. And sometimes I'll be able to also find another perspective on something that's happened, if I can find someone else who's gone through the same thing. So this particular first episode, I want to dedicate it to my mom, and I want to talk about what is it like to lose your mom. What is it like to lose the person that gave birth to you? This is not really easy stuff for a lot of people to talk about. I mean, even myself, you know, it's been a while since my mom died, but it's still one of those things that I don't know if you ever truly deal with. You know, I think you learn to live with it. I don't think it's something you actually really ever truly kind of get over, you know. I just think you learn to accept it and move on and live with it. My mom, just so you know, she was the most amazing woman that could ever have walked this planet. She was always giving. She had the biggest heart of gold, and she died before her time. You know, she died at 62, and these days 62, dying at 62 is pretty young. My mom was one of the greatest people that I ever knew, and when she died, it really was a huge shock. And it's a crazy thing because, like, people die. Like, we know people die. I mean, it's part of this human experience. Death is part of it. And even though I had grandparents and an uncle and some other people who had died in the past, I've had friends that died. I've had people die in the past, but it wasn't the same thing or the same feeling as it was when my mom died. I mean, it's kind of like, until my mom died, even though I knew death existed, it never felt as real. Because the woman that gave birth to me, the woman that every single day of my life was my best friend and the closest person that I had, that was, you know, you know how moms are. I'm sure some of you probably can relate with the feeling of that your mom was like superwoman to you, you know, like there was nothing she couldn't do. She could make you feel good on the worst of days. She always has the exact words to say that are going to warm your heart or to make you feel like everything's going to be okay. And let's not even talk about cooking, because if your mom's out there like my mom, man, she could cook her butt off. Let me tell you. Anything. She could make even the most basic thing taste like it was like magic. Like, she had a gift. I mean, it's why I got into cooking and food myself, because my mom just inspired me with that stuff. Some of my best memories are from experiences eating food that my mom would make. Like, and it's something special about moms, you know, like even the craziest things. Sometimes I had the craziest requests and my mom would do it. For example, growing up, my favorite thing to have was a French fry salad. That's what I used to call it, a French fry salad. It basically is a big plate of French fries with ketchup smothered all across it. That was my favorite thing. As ridiculous as it sounds, but guess what? My mom would hook it up for me. I'd get a French fry salad. So, what's it like losing your mom? It is the most dramatic and I think the biggest thing that anyone could ever go through. For me it was. And by the way, this is what it's like. I'm just sharing my feelings, okay? So everyone else may have had a different experience or different opinion on this, but this is just my feelings and my view towards this stuff. But for me, I don't think there's anything that could have destroyed me more than when my mom died. And the worst part about when my mom died is that I was overseas, and I found out after the fact that she had died. So yeah, so I didn't even get to say goodbye to my mom, and that to this day is yeah, that one still hurts. But yeah, like I said, I don't think you get over this stuff. I mean, I've done my best to just move forward and to accept that she's no longer on this planet right now. In spirit, she's you know, here still, but you know, it's crazy because when I started thinking about doing this series about what is it like, some of the topics are easier to talk about than others. Some of them I guess don't really realize how much when you start thinking about it and getting back into that kind of feeling, you know, it's a bit hard. It's a bit yeah. Yeah, my mom topic still makes me water up. Even though I feel like I've accepted that she's not here anymore, but I think losing your mom, what is it like? It's the one thing that I don't think is a kind of pain that never goes away. You just learn to kind of live with it. It's sad, it's a lonely feeling, because for me, in my instance, my mom is the one person I could always count on, I could always depend on. I knew that she would always love me, that she would never, you know, turn her back on me, that she would always know the right things to say, that she would always, I could call her anytime and tell her what I was going through, and she'd always give me some wisdom. It's a sad feeling, and sometimes it can upset you just at the most random of times. You just could be sitting and suddenly some thought, memory will pop in your head and make you think about your mom, and I don't know, it makes you sometimes catch you off guard and your feelings just go a little bit cray-cray. I've been preparing myself to talk about this, so I'm doing a really good job, I think, of not completely just watering up. But it makes you realize, that being said, that you have to cherish the moments that you have, and cherish the memories, cherish everything that you currently have in your life. Don't take it for advantage. Don't think that's always going to be there. You know, it puts things in perspective. Think about the things that really matter. And so for me now, when I see moms out there that I feel aren't being loved. I have some friends who tell me their kids don't, you know, really value or appreciate them and things like that. I don't know, it breaks my heart when I hear even just any story where a mom is in tears or sad. And my mom, it breaks my heart because I feel like for myself that I could have been there for my mom more. I was off living my own dreams and my own life and doing my thing, and I kind of feel like now if I had the opportunity to go back in time, I probably would have never left my house. I would have stayed by my mom's side, never left. I would just whatever, screw my dreams, screw anything else, because to me right now I would trade anything in the world to be able to have just one more second with my mom. Just one more second with my mom. I would literally trade anything to be able to just see her for one more second, to touch her, to hear her voice, like. So, of course, you can't change the past, and but for me, what it's like living now without my mom is there's like this space that's always just there, where you don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? You can't fix it. You can't. It's just there always. So you just live with it. It's just. And then you spend all this time trying to remember the littlest of things, the littlest of details. You try to remember everything that you can possibly about what you experienced with your mom, what you did with your mom. You try to remember the laughs, the jokes, even the times right now. I remember my mom one time smacking me so hard that I did see stars. It's you know when they say you see stars, that can really happen. And right now, I would do anything. If she could come right now and smack me really hard, I could see stars. I would be, thank you, Mom. I miss anything that like that now. You know, like it was all through love. It was not like she was just smacking. But you know, it was a different time then. Like especially black families. I don't know. Maybe it's still like that in black families. I don't know. But you know, growing up, black family do something wrong. You know. Your mom, she'll let you know about it. She'll find the nearest broom or whatever and let you know about it. But no, my mom, she was the most beautiful woman in the world. And I think, in conclusion, if I can end this in a positive way, I'll say, what is it like losing your mom? The positive thing from it is it teaches you to value and appreciate those that matter to you the most. Every single day, just it makes you really more aware and to not take for granted their existence, and to make you want to do everything you can just to hear their voice as many times as you possibly can right now, to spend time with them, to do anything you can with them, just to connect and stay connected with them as much as you can, because tomorrow you never know what's going to happen. So you have to appreciate and value the moments and the time that you have now. So for me, that's what the biggest thing for me is. It's just right now, it's taught me to also cherish and honor the lessons and the things my mom taught me. You know, I think about everything that she's ever said to me, everything she taught me. And I do my best every day to honor her and to honor those things that she taught me, the person that she raised me to be. Like, you know, I was pretty blessed. I had two amazing parents who would do anything for me and who loved me unconditionally. And, you know, my mom dying was hard. It's not just, by the way, you know, it's not just you that it impacts. And obviously, like my brother, my mom's death, the time that we talked about it, you know, it hit him really hard. He went through a lot. I don't know if my brother even has recover from it, because I haven't been able to get in touch with my brother for a very long time now. My dad is stronger. I mean, he's military, ex-military, so my dad has always been a really strong person, and so, you know, he's dealt with it and moved on, and I'm happy for my dad, because at least, you know, he's not feeling alone or having to spend his life without someone special to share his time with, you know, like, because that would have been even more horrible, knowing that my mom died and my dad for the rest of his life was heartbroken and having anyone else to share his life with. So I mean, I'm happy for that. I mean, even though it was weird at first for me. That's the other thing, like when you know, was like when your mom dies and then you find out your dad has moved on with someone else, like that's a whole nother type of feelings that you get, you know, and it's a whole thing you have to accept. And so it's taken me a while to get to this point where I can talk to you freely like this, you know what I mean? Because even though, you know, as you guys know, I have my personal development stuff I do and things like that. You know, it's easy to teach other people and tell other people how they should respond in a certain situation, but I find for myself it's hard for me to take my own advice, and it's hard for me to even though I know, it's hard. That's part of the journey. That's part of what we do. It's part of life lessons. That's how we grow. And I think losing my mom helped me grow a lot. And it's definitely makes you stronger when you come on the other side. But for a while, it was my darkest days, and I fell down really far off the top of the mountain. When my mom died, I shook me up to the core. And so yeah, I've been since then doing my best to get back on top of that mountain, to keep moving forward, to honor my mom, to be the best version of myself I can be, to make her proud, because I believe she's up there still looking down in spirit, smiling, loving. And I think sometimes when it's really, really, really quiet, I think I can hear it. And that's a really comforting feeling. So that's, anyways, I'm gonna finish there on a positive, because it's a lot harder to talk about some of this stuff than I think. You know, I think I did a pretty good job. So anyways, this is the first episode of What Is It Like. I probably should have started maybe an easier topic on retrospect, but I wanted the first one to be special. I wanted to dedicate it to my mom. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this very first episode of What Is It Like. Subscribe, like, share the channel with other people, and give your mom a big hug. Give your mom a big cuddle. Tell your mom you love her. If she's not near you, just call her up right now and tell her that you love her. Tell her that you love her. Appreciate your moms. Respect your moms. Because one day you'll wake up and you realize that they're no longer here on this planet. And that, yeah, that's a very hard day. So, much love to you all. Love your moms. Honor your moms. I love my mom. I love you, Mom. And okay, I'm just gonna end this. Love you guys.